Hi again, Mike Gimaresi out here at the Regatta Bay Golf Academy at the north end of our driving range in Destin, Florida. I'm out here with Ryan Bruce, who's an accomplished college player. He's about to turn pro here in a few weeks. He's got a great game. We're out here today working on wedge shots and some of his fundamentals in his setup to see if we can't get him cleaner contact. Especially in the winter time in Florida, you got some bare grass. The lies aren't always great. On the PGA Tour, those guys have fluffy lies all the time, but also they have good fundamentals and good technique. So it's even more important when your conditions on your golf course aren't optimal, especially for those playing in Florida in the winter. You get some tight lies. It becomes real important to be able to use the club properly, to use the bounce of the club properly. So Ryan, go in here and get in your normal setup how we were, and I see a lot of players that come to me with the same issue. They're sticking wedges in the ground, they're sculling some shots, they're hitting some a little bit fat, and a lot of players will come to me and they'll have a forward shaft lean, much more so than Ryan's, who's an accomplished player. But even Ryan here had a little bit too forward shaft lean even there. So what we're working on with him here is getting his shaft lean just a little bit ahead of the ball, but not so much at setup is the feeling at impact. If you let me have the club for you here, Ryan, for a second. So we want the club to work very shallow. We want to get good, clean contact in the turf, but we have bounce on these clubs to keep us from digging in. If you expose that leading edge of the club too much by leaning forward with your hands at impact like this, all you're doing is exposing that knife-like edge. That edge wants to dig into the ground. It becomes very hard to get good, consistent strikes. So by keeping the handle in what I call a neutral position, we certainly don't want it back like this or we might skull it, but in a neutral position just forward of the ball position, what that does is it allows the club to get into the turf, but then use the flange and the bounce on the club to stay shallow through impact. So you might hit it even a hair fat. You see Phil Mickelson on tour. He'll even hit some shots a hair fat on purpose, but he uses the bounce of the club properly. His handle is not leading. It's very neutral coming through impact. So as we watch Ryan hit a shot here, we're going to set up his good ball positions off of his shirt logo. The shaft is very neutral. It's not leaning way forward and it's not too far back. It's here, and that's what he wants to see going through impact. So through impact, he wants to see quiet hands. He wants his club working very neutral through impact. We don't want to see a lot of hinging and holding on to this angle and then breaking down through impact. We want to see very quiet hands going through. So go ahead and hit one for us, Ryan. Good. He had a very tight lie there. He hit that very crisply. Good contact. His hands were nice and quiet going through, and it led to a good shot close to the pin. I hope this tip helped you. You can visit any of our PGA professionals out here at Regatta Bay Golf Academy by going to our website at www.regattabay.com. I look forward to seeing you and helping you with your game soon.